You can add me to the call when you're ready. Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm pretty much winging it. This is going to be a very rough session. I know had we followed, the exact rules and the way the rounds work and stuff, you guys would have killed all of them and recovered the book. And then we would be done with the session and we could just quit for the night. I figured you guys want more of an adventure, so I let them get away.
No worries.
So you track them down to their hideout.
And then slaughter them there.
Yeah, you'll still get them one way or the other, or they'll get you. But yeah, I've had just a little time to make a couple maps and throw a couple monsters together. I have not had time to make anything really very involved.
So, just after you left, Pavel was telling the passing wood elf that's decided to steal our spoils of war to get off the horse, he was going to shoot him.
Okay, so it sounds like we need still need initiative. This might be quick. That was worth 180 experience. Guess it matters. So far.
Does that apply to me? Because I didn't attack a single one. I just picked up a great axe and got on a horse.
That's true. You really didn't participate, did you? So,
I don't mind if I don't get XP.
225.
How much do I get?
225.
Since I'm almost dead.
Oh, the natural 20, sweet.
Okay, so, put you here. I'm trying to make sure we've got enough room on the board based on the last thing that I remember happening.
I was 60 feet away from them because I had to go 60 feet to get to the horse.
Right. So we'll start from this point. Tawny, are you a part of this encounter? You gonna set it out? Are you rolling initiative or no?
Yeah. I will back my fellow mates up.
Okay. Leaf, what do you do?
So after calming the animal, I'm going to get on him. And I'm going to GTFO. I'm going to head towards the gate, and we'll go from there. I'm going to have the horse go dash, so 120 feet, and that way.
So you're at 85 now. 205 feet away.
Still within longbow shot. Disadvantage if you don't have sharpshooter though. Yeah.
So I'll put a 205 right there.
I'm not leaving the city. We'll see.
Pavel, what do you do?
I'm gonna go to the guards and tell them there's a thief that stole a horse and a great axe.
Okay. Make your persuasion. Given who you are.
That's evidence of what just went down.
Okay. They'll the word out to be on the lookout for what or who?
A wood elf with green armor and a bow, great axe, and a warhorse.
Okay. And what did you say the charge was? Theft?
He stole evidence of an attack against Black Box members. Picked it right off the ground. Ran away.
All right. So that you just want the property returned.
And a flogging.
Can he even get out of the gates? He has to pay 5 gold still.
That's where he's headed. We're gonna find out. Tony, what are you doing?
So Pavel's talking to the guards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up and tell them that he's riding the horse of the group that stole a prized possession from me, and I think that he might be in cahoots, and we need to retrieve that horse and him, and maybe take that horse and see if we could find the trail, so I can get my valuable back.
Make your persuasion check.
Charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You should have trained.
wait. There it is. Found it.
Okay. All right. Well, those are much heavier charges. That he may be in league with. Who did you say was attacking you?
I didn't catch their names, but they stole my possession, and they, as you can tell, I'm bloody and beaten, and I'm unarmed. I don't even have any weapons out, and they just attacked me at my front door.
Thieves.
And
Okay.
thieves.
Assailants.
They were highly trained, and they used a spell on me. And they're horrible people. We need to catch them.
And this guy is one of them, you say?
Well, he's on their horse, so I'm wondering if he's a traitor.
The green armored widow. All right. Rand, what are you doing?
Okay, question. How does the movement on the horse work? Can I use my movements? So I can use my movement, my dash.
No, you don't use move. You're on the horse. You can give it commands, and it basically all it can do is move. On its turn, it can. I had it open before. Basically, it can dash or hide or dodge. I think is the other one that it can do. But you don't move. The horse moves.
Yeah.
So essentially, yeah, you can go 120 feet, and it has your
Dash,
initiative.
dodge, and disengage.
Those are the ones.
And how far ahead is he?
205 feet from where you are now. So you could close that distance by about 20 feet right now. Or to about 20 feet.
And I still have actions, yeah.
Yeah, you still would have an action for yourself. You could leap off the horse at that time, yeah.
Okay, so before I set off, I throw down my rapier, hoping one of my kind compadres will pick it up. Draw my hand crossbow as a free action. And set off after it. Moving the full movement, so I'm within 20 feet.
So this is like an Old West horse chase, gunshot through town kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
And I shout after him to stop and surrender, or I will fire.
Right. So you got a ready to action?
Yeah, ready in action. If he doesn't get off the horse, I'm going to shoot him.
So you'd be right here with your horse.
How do you get within 20 feet of me?
You went 120, just the same as you went 120, basically.
Yeah, but that'd be 80 feet for me.
I wasn't 60 feet away. They were.
Yeah, he was somewhere in between because he had leapt onto another one of the horses. They were pretty close together at the time. And he was actually on horseback when you first tamed your horse.
Yeah.
I think that's about right. Rickson, what are you doing?
I'm tired. I'm angry, and I got a big cut in my side. So I'm gonna stag over here, say the hell with it, and take a pot shot at that horse, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, you're shooting at Rand's horse?
No, I mean the farthest one. I mean
the further one, the one that what else is on?
I'm just taking a pot shot.
You're way out of range, but you could take that shot.
Yeah.
Just to feel a little better about yourself. Yeah, the bolt sails out. Go ahead and roll the attack. Yeah, you rolled the attack. Well, you rolled well enough that you didn't hit any innocent bystanders, so that's good.
That's a good point.
There's plenty of people out on the street. I know in medieval times it was illegal to ride your horse recklessly in town, so you guys will all have charges against you. That's okay. We'll see who lives. Leaf,
I'm being
you hear the sound of someone threatening you that you ought to stop. What do you do?
Yell back, say, you already got your own horse, and I continue on, pretty much ignoring what he said. How far, like, can I see the gatehouse? Because that's basically where I'm heading. Same one I came through, where Marvel is, or Martin, or whatever.
Yeah, I'll measure how far away it was. Here, I'll just put you guys on this map. It'll make a lot more sense. Now that my computer can actually keep up with me. It was pretty bad earlier. So, the Flaming Fist was just around the corner, so you guys would easily be Pavel and Tawny anyway. Giving your statements. So Rickson would be out on the street here. You two would be up there. How big do you think Baldur's Gate is? Like wall to wall. It's a mile long?
No, bigger than that.
That's kind of what I thought.
Couple miles.
How many feet's in a mile?
5,200 something? I don't know. I'm gonna just Google right here, but yeah.
I'm trying to go ahead and get the scale figured out here.
5,280.
Here we are.
So if you want to keep having Rand roll until he fumbles and breaks in, there's a hand axe in you.
Basically what I'm wanting to see is how long it takes you guys to get to the gate. We're gonna guess. I was gonna try and get a scale on the board here. See how it's right now. It's 5 feet, 20 feet. That's not right. But we won't worry too much about it. It'll probably take you guys going full speed, maybe 4 to 6 rounds to get there. All right. So, Leaf, you're taking off. Rand, do you pull the trigger?
Yeah, I've already pulled it. I missed.
Shoot the shot.
Oh, I'm guessing I missed, unless you made a pacer.
Ah, missed. So, double move for Leaf would get him about here.
Yay.
Pavel and Tawny, are you guys doing anything different, or?
I'm gonna mend my crossbow and take a rest.
All right. You're muted.
I explained to the guards that he's not the one that stole my property, but he's leaving. He's run away. I'm not sure where he's trying to go, but he's part of our group, and if he's not going to be part of our group, he's a traitor, and I'm going to go over and mend myself. Dying over
So
here.
Ingmar's a little confused whether this guy's suspect or part of the Black Foxes. He knows it's a fine line. Got little mixed signals. Rand, what do you do?
I double move with the horse to chase after him and loosen up a crossbow bolt.
All right. That one hits. Rickson, what do you do?
I'm just gonna look down the road and seeing those two vanish off in the distance. Cast healing word on myself. Say screw it and go get some breakfast.
Yeah, you could walk around town with impunity with your ugly elf woman disguise.
Yeah, and mental note to smack Rand for that disguise.
I didn't know you turned that.
Take a sword, so you can roll, what is it, 1d8 plus 4 for your heal.
Okay.
Oh, 1d4 plus 4 if it's healing word.
1D what?
1d4 plus 4. Cure wounds is 1d8.
Okay.
Well, that's, Alright, Leaf, what do you do?
Oh, yeah, continue moving. Basically, I'm just gonna keep moving until I get to the gate. And, I will, yeah, nothing for now. Well, I will, as an action, technically, if I can do this while on horseback, I will do dodge. Because now that he's actually seriously shot at me, I'm like, this guy's a lunatic, and I'm gonna make sure I duck and weave while in the saddle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, end my turn.
Alright, yeah, you can do that. I was just checking the rules. It can dash and you can full defense. Pavel and Tawny, you guys are taking an hour rest, so we're just gonna resolve the situation. Rand, what are you doing?
Following close behind and loosening of a crossbow bolt.
Alright. Gotta roll that twice because he's got dodge on.
When which one decides to play.
Misses.
And
Brixton, you could. Oh.
how far am I from the gate now? I'm probably so fair bit.
You guys have basically one more turn. You'll be here in the courtyard, and then the turn after you'll be through the gate.
Well, I start shouting just in case you can hear me for the guards to close the gate.
All right, make a charisma check. You can probably out at earshot, but we'll see.
Can I shout persuasion? Use persuasion?
Yeah. Nice. All right, Leaf, what are you doing?
Same exact action. Go forward 120 feet and dodge and weave in my saddle.
Okay.
And
Oh, what?
quick catch. These guards, are they on the outside or inside?
They're on the outside. As you turn the corner, you can tell that they have heard Rand and are shoving the gates closed.
Are they still on the outside when they're doing that?
They are on the outside, but they don't man the gate with just two guys. It's just those are the two that are like on duty. The walls also are lined with guards. Both towers have kind of a built-in barracks, and so there are guards who are coming out now with spears in hand, having the alarm having been raised.
Now, what type of gate is this? One that's just lowering slowly or lowering fast?
I think it was a portcullis.
Okay, so I think you can lower that really fast if you wanted to.
So yeah, you hear it clanking down into position. These guards have moved out, spears at the ready.
So they're now in the in. Do I see the guard that basically harassed me?
Yeah, Marl's standing
Okay.
right here.
Okay, good. That's all I need.
All right, Rand, what are you doing?
Following after him.
All right.
I'm not going to shoot him in front of a load of guards. So I'll address the guards and say, well done, gentlemen. I shall be commending you to your sergeant. This elf was part of a robbery that has just taken place at Black Fox headquarters. He and a bunch of barbarians ambushed us as we left the house, stole something of great importance from one of my comrades before stealing this horse. that we had taken from one of the bandits and making off. I would like to see him thrown in chains and brought before the head justice at Black Fox headquarters.
All right. If you see the two guards have, let's see. Yeah, we'd say they're inside. What happened was the two bandits on horseback went thundering out of the gate not 10 seconds ago, which of course raised some alarms. A lot of people were shouting and falling back and screaming in fear as large war horses charged out of the gate. And not 10 seconds later, here come a couple more war horses. So pretty safe to assume, Rand being one of them, Rand being well known here in town, that that first guy there is in with the culprits. They immediately lay upon Leaf. They've got their spears pointed at your horse. Your horse rears just like it looks at the picture and starts panicking and looking for a way out of the square.
I thought I was in the courtyard away from them.
You are in the courtyard away from them, but your horse is looking for a way out, a way to escape. So what do you do?
How close are they to me? I basically just want to go up to Marl, not rushing, just kind of calm my horse to walk towards him. I want to get off my saddle, and I'm going to hand Marl a great axe and say, "There's your 5 gold."
Make a handle animal check.
Awesome. +2 to that.
Okay. You are able to calm your horse somewhat, but it refuses to approach the spear-wielding men who are pointing sharp steel objects at its front section.
I get off it, then,
Okay, you can jump off.
Okay, yeah, jump off, walk towards Marl, and
both guards level their spears at you and start shouting for you to lay down on the ground.
Ignore that and say, "Here's your payment," and I walk towards Marl, and if he doesn't attack me, I just give him a great axe. Actually, I'll do this smartly. I lay it on the ground, kick him to him, so he can't just jab at me if I get close to him, say, "There's your payment." And then I start walking back towards the horse.
Probably be the wiser way. Yeah, so you reach back, grab a great axe, everybody starts shouting and screaming. Both the guards then rush towards you. Their spears ready.
It's still in my hand.
Yep, you kick the great axe towards them, which they take as a sign of your submission. But you're then going to jump back in the horse?
I'm just walking back. Well, I assume I do not have enough movement for the horse, so I'm just walking back. I yelled at Marl, the one that was harassing me, "There's your 5 gold." And I just walk back towards the horse.
Make your persuasion check. Let's see if you can get through the cloud of adrenaline that he's got going on.
Woot woot.
Yep. He sees a great axe skittering at his feet across the ground. Considers that a hostile movement, but you also disarmed yourself, so he's happy about that. But he hears you shout something, just another elf yammering, and he wants to stab you.
As I'm walking away? Wow.
Yeah, well, you've met Marl, right? He's pretty stab happy. This guy will move up. He's threatening you. He's going to try and scare the horse off, so you can't jump on it. The horse kind of ignores him, but he is trying to interpose himself between you and the horse, and he's telling you not to mount, to lay down, and then Marl will step up as well. So we'll still have ready to actions. Marl's a real nice guy. He's see how smart of a guy he is. Yeah, he's pretty smart. So he's gonna try and scare the horse, make it run off. Yeah, he takes a stab at the horse. The horse goes running away from you down this road over here, and then both guards have spears on you again, telling you lay down. Rand, what do you do?
I say, excellent work, gentlemen. I believe that horse may have something of great importance to us in its saddlebags. If you could kindly escort this rapscallion back to the Flaming Fox's headquarters, I'll meet you there. And I go after the horse and try and grab its reins.
Alright.
Buddy.
Nice. Make your dexterity check.
Straight dex.
Yeah, it'd be straight dex for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too hard. The horse got stabbed, ran down another road. Well, you'd have to make some move to get there, but you eventually can track that horse down. So it's pretty much just Leaf and the guards now. Leaf, the guards are telling you to submit. What do you do?
First off, I tell them I point towards Rand as he's going who knows where and say, that guy's a lunatic and shot me. And I pull out the bolt that he shot in me and just throw it to the ground. 2, you just scared away my horse. And 3, I just gave you your 5 gold. So I don't see why you're complaining. And then if they say anything, let them say it, and then I'll take my reaction on based on what they say.
Okay. They're still shouting at you to lay down. Put your hands behind your back. And see, Marl will keep, this guy here will keep the spear on you while Marl goes to pull your weapons off of you, take your longbow, and take your bear trap. Do you resist that?
Wow. Okay. First.
They are touching you. They are.
Yeah, exactly.
They are laying hands upon your person.
I kind of say, hold on. You can cuff me, just don't touch my stuff. You already caused my horse to run off. I don't know how you'll do it, but you'll cause my bow and my equipment to disappear as well. So just go into that room. I'll sit here. I start sitting down. Get some, what are they called? Restraints, but don't touch my stuff.
Well, they'll feel happier with if you're submitting. If you put your hands behind your back and let your man.
I don't put them back. I just sit down. I just if they're gonna give me the cuffs, then I'll let them.
Yep. Then they'll stop messing with your gear and put the manacles on you.
Now I tell them, don't let that lunatic steal my horse. He already put a bolt in me. I think he's gonna try eating that horse, and I don't want my horse eaten.
Both of the guards are laughing now and feeling a lot better, and everything goes back to normal now that the crazy elf is in custody. And they say, everybody knows around here, Lord Randalar. He's a horse thief and a horse eater.
They see this. They don't know, and they don't know I can shoot fire. I can throw fireballs.
What?
Simple.
Not kidding.
Somebody's gone psychotic.
Somebody's muttering.
I'm just talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
Fireballs.
Unless you've already guessed, that tiefling sorcerer I made is going to be slightly deranged.
We'll get him finished up and be able to get him. I
didn't know.
Roll20's been having a lot of issues. It probably just lost what you put in there.
Yeah. That and I spent the last the last hour before the session started. I spent an hour trying to figure out his spells and equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to write those down offline.
I'm getting arrested. I make it very clear, Marl. I ask Marl, now look at that great X. Does that cover the 5 gold? I want to get that part over with before we do all this. I don't resist him, but I want him to make it clear that I do not owe him 5 gold.
I love the scene of the crazy. You guys have watched the TV show Cops. It's the crazy wood elf sitting on the ground, cuffed, yelling something axe and payment. And Marl goes over and picks up the great axe and hooks it through his belt. And they lift you up by your elbows and they say, great axe and Randalar the horse eater. Yeah, come with us. And they start escorting you through town, headed towards the Flaming Fist headquarters. Randy, you can get that other war horse and head back.
Yep.
And you guys can all meet back up at the Flaming Fist headquarters, and we'll get you guys back on the same page here.
If I wasn't such a nice guy, I could easily get out of there. Just had to kill Rand, not too hard.
Harder than you think.
Both of the guards are just chuckling and rolling their eyes at each other as the Wood Elf mutters to himself as they're bringing him in. Everybody has a good laugh. Let me put those 2 guards out there. We need Marl out there too. That's one of
They
them.
didn't touch my equipment, right? They just put cuffs on me.
I'm gonna roll and see if they did or not. I'm not gonna decide that for them.
Okay.
So I like the dice to decide on that. There's Marl. I like to know which one's Marl. He's gonna be the one to roll.
Just
Yeah,
quickly, Ben,
yeah.
what's this guy's name? You have told me about 6 times.
Ingmar.
Igmar.
Igni.
He actually has a name, I think. And, yeah, you guys just can't see it because he's
Oh yeah.
always through the wall there. Yeah, Marl's he's feeling a little bit bad about how he treated the wood elf, and he's being pretty gentle with you. He doesn't mess with your gear. He sees that you're obviously
A victim.
not quite all there.
Okay, be that way. Priest. Okay, let's continue on.
Come back.
Okay, and we've got how many war horses were recovered total? Just
Just
two,
two.
right?
Just 2, yeah.
Yeah. 2 guys killed off their horses. 2 escaped.
All right, so everybody's in the Flaming Fist headquarters by now. Rickson, you had some breakfast. And in comes this crazy wood elf, flanked by Flaming Fist guards.
Hey, I'm
And
not doing
Ingmar
any
says-
crazy action. I'm
Ingmar
just
says,
quietly-
well, here he is. The man of the hour. And the guards escort you here. And he says, all right, what's your name, elf?
Name's Leaf.
He says, he says, well, it's nice to meet you, Leaf. Tell me what you're doing here in town. Well, how about we hear Rand's version of the story first? Rand, what are the charges on this man? You seem to be the one who knows the most about this.
Okay, so I approach Ingmar. I say, oh, my lord Ingmar, this is the rascal that set about me and my friends in the street with a group of barbarians. They attacked one of my fellow companions, Tawny, and I indicate Tawny, pretty beaten up on that, before stealing her property and then taking off on horseback. We managed to take out a couple of them. We do apologise for any disturbances it's caused. And then Rand notices he's still armed, and he says, surely it is not permitted for prisoners to be armed in this hall of justice.
Ingmar says, well, that remains to be seen if he is a prisoner. He says we still have due process that we have to go through here. So you say he's a thief and maybe in league with these assailants?
I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
I've never been more certain of you being a horse eater.
And he says, Tawny, you back up this claim?
He did not steal from me, but the people that were on those horses did. When I told him that he needed to leave the horse for the black foxes, he decided to jump on the horse and take off. So, as far as I could see, he stole from the black foxes.
All right. And Pavel, you have anything to add here? You were there,
Well,
right?
While I'm mending my crossbow, I say, I shot one of those bandits in the head, and this guy just ran up on his horse and followed them along. He must be with them.
This is, it does make sense. And he kind of suppresses a shudder at the incredibly ugly elf woman standing in the back, lurking in the back. Says, is Is this one the one? Oh, and then he realizes, make a check, see if he recognizes. No, he says, this elf lady, is she with you guys?
She's one
Talking
of
about
Rand's
Rickson.
new consorts.
Pretty.
I give
Randy
I
gives
give
you a
him
sideways
Go lay
look
down.
and shakes his head.
I give him a little knowing like.
All right, he'll make a check on that. He seems disappointed in you, Rand. So this one is with you. He says to you, Rickson, do you have anything to add here? You came in with the group.
All I can do is take another bite of my leg of mutton and just look at him like, I don't know what the hell's going on. First, and then
Alright.
I walk over here and smack Rand upside the head with a leg of mutton. His lousy joke.
Ingmar nods knowingly. Says, starting to understand why now, or the situation a little better. He says, Ingmar says to Leaf, what do you have to say about these charges that have been laid against you?
So far, I've been called a thief and something else, I don't know. So I'll tell you. I entered this town just about, 15 minutes ago. Not too long ago. Marl here said for some reason I owed him 5 gold. So I took note of that. And I was going around the street. I saw 4 horsemen go attack that woman right there. A little woman covered in fur. So I was minding my own business and just walking by. And all I saw is these guys, they took a book or it looked like a book, or something wrapped in it that looked leather bound, whatever. They took a book from the lady and started running off. And then as they were running off, 2 of them got shot by crossbow man, and I think horse eater too. So one of them also dropped a great axe, so being the good guy I am, I saw it'd be a nice thing to do is pay back Marl for the 5 gold debt I apparently owed him. So I grabbed that great axe, and I grabbed on a horse so I could go back to Marl. And completely didn't want to listen to a few people who just outright killed someone who looked like they were just taking something back. So I went to the gate, and Mr. Horseeater here, or Lord Horseeater apparently, shot me. Not once did I ever attack him. Just crazily shot me. So I got to the gate. Gave the great axe to Marl. Marl, you understand, right? That 5 gold, I don't owe you that anymore. And they scared off the horse and let Rand chase after it so he could eat it. Or not Rand, Lord Horseeater. Don't know his name.
Make your persuasion check. Marl tries very quickly to sleight of hand, scoot that great axe around on his belt behind him, and kind of shrug like he has no idea what you're talking about.
So good.
Not very successfully. And Ingmar says, well, that's quite a story. So you claim you're not involved at all with these assailants?
I don't see why a group of attackers would attack on horseback and leave one guy to just not be on horseback. And why that one guy would just pass by the dead body of his fellow apparent bandit without even attempting to heal them. Because if you go back to, I don't know what that place was, maybe their house, maybe I could imagine some brothel, wouldn't surprise me. There's 2 dead bodies there. One of another elf, another of some big burly guy. Both struck dead by bolts. I don't have the bolt in me anymore, but these 2 hopefully can pledge to me there was a bolt into me, and I gave it to them, shot by Mr. Horseeater here. So yeah, it makes things short, even knowing I've made them long. I have nothing to do with those guys. I just wanted to repay my debt to Mr. Marl here, and also wanted to make sure that horse wasn't eaten by Mr. Lord Horseeater.
Ingmar says, okay, and so I'm still not real clear. What was your original purpose for coming to Baldur's Gate?
Oh,
Seem to be
that?
a newcomer.
Oh, I just need gold.
Gold, huh?
Otherwise, I
He says,
wouldn't even bother to repay money. I'd just pay him straight out of my pocket.
he says, what exactly were you, in what way were you expecting to make money in Baldur's Gate? What profession do you apply?
This guy told me that some place called the Flaming Fist, which no, I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't know. This place is famous. Some place called the Flaming Fist is a good place for making money for someone trained in the bow as myself.
Ingmar nods and he says, Rand, it looks like you've got quite a lot on your plate here.
I say, it's nothing that I can't that we can't handle. We were set upon. Then I concede that this man may not have been with them, although I do find it incredibly suspicious that one of the attackers that we slain was an elf. This man is clearly an elf, and that he just happened to be passing by at the same time. Even if he is not guilty of the crimes of attacking us, he stole a horse and a battle axe that without reason, and endangered members of the city by riding at high speed through the streets. I was merely doing my civic duty, as I always do, to keep the peace in this great city that we all live, from nameless wanderers that might encroach on our beautiful city.
By then recklessly riding your own horse through the streets.
I was merely trying to stop him, my lord.
And firing bolts as well.
He says, he says, I was not aware that it was illegal to be an elf, and looks pointedly at your girlfriend standing behind you there.
I say, well, there are different kinds of elves, and kind of give him another look.
I say to him, there's different kinds. There's different types of humans too. The ones that eat horses and the others that don't.
I'd turn to the elf and say, if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
Ingmar says, that sounds like a fine idea. We've done it this way in the past, and it seems to have worked. Although, well, I'm not sure what the results of the last time was, Ingmar says, with our last friend or applicant to the Black Foxes who needed a little escorting. He says, I've got an idea. You guys seem to be interested in recovering your stolen property. And he says, I may be making a racist statement here, but I'm sure you, Sir Wood Elf, have some tracking capability. Am I right?
Perhaps. Yes.
Sighs and says, that's better. He says, how about we turn over this elf to your custody, although I question the longevity of his lifespan in that situation, but it's the best I've got. He says to you, Wood Elf, Leaf as you're called yourself, he says, would you be willing to track down these bandits in support of your claim of not being involved, and subsequently as your first job as part of the Flaming Fist mercenaries?
Well, if I may be so bold to say, on two conditions. I was wondering if I can get this hole in my arm patched up after Lord Horseeater hit me with his bow, and then probably nearly killed a few citizens while missing me as well on that chase. And also, second, I'm a great tracker from a horse, from on top of a horse. And if those two conditions can be met, well, the first mistake those bandits made is they ran away on horses, and horses are very easy to track because they're beasts, and mechanic-wise, I'm great at catching beasts.
He says, well, we need a horse handler and a tracker, not a mechanic right now. What do you say, Rand?
I say, my lord, I have no objections to dragging him with me, but why would we give a possible criminal means to flee. If you put him on the horse that we have claimed as Black Fox property, then surely that's just giving him an opportunity to flee and to rejoin his comrades.
Ingmar says that is a very astute observation, and he says that would actually help our cause here, wouldn't it? Because then you would also be able to just follow him back to their hideout and find the source, though, that you're looking for to recover your stolen property. To Leaf, he says, I think Leaf's probably AFK, he says that everybody here looks at the ugly elf girl and Rand and said, every bit as beat up and cut up as you are. He says, recovery from your wounds is not my problem, and how you accomplish your task is also not my problem. How you guys want to get there is up to you. He says, we have no stable here at the Flaming Fist, so you certainly can't keep your horses here. What you do with them is up to you, Rand. But he says to Pavel that in all fairness, he can't very well transfer stewardship of this elf over to Rand. He would feel more comfortable if he transferred stewardship or custody to Pavel, being the tactician of the Black Foxes. He says, you're in charge of him.
I say he can be our personal coach driver, and I'll go buy a coach for him to pull us around in with his horse.
He says that sounds like a very tactical approach to the situation. You're earning your position.
Does this sound good to you, Rand? We can ride our coach?
Yep, we will take both horses for the Black Foxes and buy a coach for the Black Foxes. Sounds like it.
Ingmar he gives you a look, Rand, and asks you to lean in close there. You might want to get your girlfriend checked out. I think she may be might have leprosy. Rickson has been wiping off some of his makeup.
I say, I just roll my eyes and say, whatever you say, Ingmar.
All right, so you guys are going to get a wagon and hook the horses up to it?
Yeah.
And do your expert tracking from wagon back?
Screw that.
I don't even have to plan an adventure, do I? You guys could just fight each other in the streets.
Can I have shopping time, or am I being under close watch?
You are under well, it's up to Pavel. You're gonna have to ask him. He's your.
I say,
What did I say?
let's go pick up that carriage. I'll pay the 100 gold for it. Find the carriage.
I'll go 50s with you if you want.
Okay. So 50 between me and Rand. He can drive us around and do his shopping.
Okay. I'll put you guys on the shopping window then while I get ready on the next one.
I drive them into a river and jump off.
This might be a quick one.
Hello, shopping window. Wow.
We could make the coach available to any Black Fox members that wanted to use it at any point to do quests.
I asked Pavel if he can lend me 25 gold.
5 gold?
25.
25? Think I'm rich? I take out a piece of paper and a pen and write up a contract that says that you'll be our personal coach as long as I pay you 25 gold, and I hand it to you. Do you accept these terms?
Not at all, because I just need 25 gold for a pouch of supplies if I'm going to be useful in a fight, but that's okay. I don't need to help you anytime soon, so I'll just go buy stuff with the money I do have. Oh, I'll whisper Ben this stuff.
And
I spent 2 gold
okay,
on this.
so you did
You might
have
want
money.
to-
Man,
Yeah.
Marl should have been more thorough on his search.
Exactly.
You might,
I paid
might
him
want
back.
to get you
What's
might want
that,
to get a
Ren?
list of what you bought so we know what we're looting off his corpse when we kill it.
Yeah, just update your inventory, of course. I'll
Yeah.
take the 2 gold off here. Rickson, I think you actually leveled up to 3 from that encounter.
Oh yeah. I was like 10 points
I
away
should
from
have told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably could have been doing that this whole time, and then I just now remembered again.
Can you whisper me my gold, Ben?
You have enough.
No, I'm just curious because mine has been out of whack. Is that after refunded me the goggles?
Yeah. They were 800, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Elephant is cheaper than a warhorse.
Okay, if you guys are done shopping, I think I've got the next scene almost ready.
Just gotta check real quick. Because I can't afford a component pouch, so I need to see if I have to buy the materials.
Yeah, if you don't have a component pouch, you'll have to have the material.
I just need to see. 2 of them I don't think need materials, but 1 might. Really hate how bad the PHB is with finding stuff.
Okay, so since Leaf is your coachman, he's up on the buckboard. The other 4 of you are in the wagon, or who else is up front?
I'll be up front, keeping track on my new coach driver.
Yeah, I don't need to buy anything.
Loaded crossbow pointed at him as we drive.
I'm gonna stop the stream real quick and then start it right back up again, just because I have a lot of issues with the stream saving and having like memory leaks.